Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Temple B'nai Shalom. I'm Rabbi Eric Eisenkramer. This is Cantor Andrew Edison. I want to welcome everybody who's here in our sanctuary and everybody who's joining us virtually for a beautiful service this morning as we celebrate the Bar Mitzvah of Matthew Platzman. Matthew will now put on his talit.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tivanu l'chitatef batzitzit.
Amen. Very nice. Thank you. Matthew will now be reading on page 170 of the prayer book, page 170.
May my life be one link in a chain of goodness. As I say the prayers of my ancestors, help me to recall their devotion and faithfulness, their joy and suffering, which are in every word. Holiness is my heritage, and may I be worthy of it. May our tradition live in me and pass from me to generations as I shall never know, enriched by the truth that I have found and the good deeds I have done. So may I fulfill my task on earth and receive my blessing. And when the service ends and the prayers have ceased, help me to bring their spirit into the world in which I live. May I love God above all and my neighbors as myself, and be a living witness to the truth that never changes.
Our service continues now on page 172 with Ma Tovo. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe. With divine wisdom you have made our bodies, combining veins, arteries, and vital organs into a finely balanced network. Wondrous maker and sustainer of life, were one of them to fail, how well we are aware, we would lack the strength to sustain life before you. Blessed are you, Adonai, source of our health and strength. Baruch atah Adonai, rofecho basar umafli la'asot. We're going to turn ahead in the prayer book now to page 194, for the Kaddish Prayer.
Yitgadal, Yitgadal, Shemeh Rabbah, B'Yalemad
Page 195, we rise for the Baruch Hu, the call to worship. Matthew will continue on page 196.
The world is sunlight, restoring the soul, rejoicing the heart, bringing light to the eyes, more welcome than gold. A Torah from heaven. I have no light to give the morning. My Torah, my special human gift, is words. As I bring my words forth from silence, welcome them, you who redeems the sun from darkness.
Baruch atah Adonai Yotzer HaMeorot. We continue on page 198 with Baha'er Enenu. Page 200 with the Shema, please rise. Please be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, וחיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם מאוד על ידיך וחיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, ובטחתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיהם. אני אדוני אלוהיהם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיהם. Love Adonai your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work. Whether you are tired or you are rested, let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all of my mitzvot, so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai your God.
Our service continues now on page 204 with Mi Chamocha.
Mi chamocha b'elim Adonai, mi chamocha ledor b'kodesh, noron tahilot, noseifeleh, shirach chadasha, shebechol ge'olim, l'shimcha sifat hayom, yachad kulam hodu, v'him lekro ve'ameru, Adonai yimloch le'olam v'od.
We are going to continue now with the tefillah beginning on page 205. Please rise.
Adonai sefatei tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Chanara, El Elyon, Gomel Hasidim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Asdei Avot v'Imahot, U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'Nechem, L'man Shemo Be'achava, Melech Ozer, Moshiach U'Magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magid Avraham, V'Ezrat Sarah. Source of all being, we turn to you as did our people in ancient days. They beheld you in the heavens, they felt you in their hearts, they sought you in their lives. Their quest is ours. Help us see the wonder of being. Give us the courage to search the truth. Teach us the path to a better life. So shall we, by our lives and our labors, being near the world we envision, one of justice, freedom, and peace. Baruch atah Adonai, Magid Avraham, V'Ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh hakol, Atah rav le'choshiyah, Mashiv haruach, U'morid hagashem.
Mechakel hayim bechesed, Mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim ve'rofeh holim, U'matir asurim, U'mekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha ba'al gevurot, U'mido melech ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה.
ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. Baruch atah Adonai mechayei hakol. You are the open door that beckons me in. Peeking around the doorframe, I begin to enter your glory. You move me forward, O Eternal, to step beyond self-made boundaries, lift my foot over the threshold that I might abide with you in the house of the Eternal. I found my questions waiting to be posed. They filled me with wonder. Sit with me, Eternal Teacher. Encourage my seeking. As I fill my hours with your mitzvah, so shall I be filled. Send me through your door, stretching up to honor your name, sharing out this wonder, enriching myself in the giving. Baruch atah Adonai mechayei hakol.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, ששם שמרת שמו טוב בשממרו, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה ואמר, קדוש קדוש קדוש, אדוני צבאות, מלוך הארץ כבודו, אדיר אדירנו אדוני אדוננו, אדיר שמך בכל הארץ, ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו ומלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישביענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון לדור ודור, הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גואלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. We continue now on page 211 with Yismechu.
ישמחו ומלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת, וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו ומלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת, וקוראי עונג שבת. מקדשי שבי שבת, כולם ישמעו ויתענגו מטובך שבת. ישמחו ומלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת, וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו ומלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת, וקוראי עונג שבת. ובשביל רצית בו וקידשתו שבת, חמדת ימים, כדת ימים על תוקרת השבת. ישמחו ומלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת, וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו ומלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת, וקוראי עונג שבת. זכר Lemase Bereshit Shabbat Zecher Lemase Bereshit Shabbat Yismechu V'malechotecha Shamrei Shabbat V'korei Onek Shabbat Yismechu V'malechotecha Shamrei Shabbat V'korei Onek Shabbat.
Matthew will be reading on page 212.
On this Shabbat day, as you graciously receive our prayers, help us to hear your call. Grant us enough health to fulfill our duties and the compassion we need to attend to others. Teach us humility that we may perceive our own faults, and grant us the wisdom to be forgiving of others. Give us the courage to be true to our highest selves, and the charity to see the best in those around us. Give us patience enough not to become discouraged, hope enough to overcome all fears for the future, and faith enough to know your presence. O source of blessing, look with favor upon us. May our offerings be acceptable to you.
Baruch Ata Adonai Shalcha Levadcha B'yirah Na'avod. Our service continues now on page 216 with Sim Shalom, our prayer for peace.
Sim Shalom, Tova Uvracha, Ven B'chesed Rachamim V'Rachamim Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael, V'al Kol Yisrael Amecha, V'cheinu Yotzreinu Kulanu Kechad, Me'or Panecha, Givor Panecha Natotolan, Adonai Eloheinu, Sim Shalom, Tova Uvracha, Ven B'chesed Rachamim V'Rachamim Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael, V'al Kol Yisrael Amecha.
We take a few moments for our own silent prayers and reflections. Thank you, Cantor. This time we will continue with our Torah service on page 244 in Ein Kamocha. Page 244, I'd like to invite up Sam and Josh to the Bima. Ein Kamocha.
אין כמוך אלוהים אדוני, ואין כמעשיך, מלכותך מלכות כל עולמים, וממשלתך בכל דור ודור. אדוני מלך, אדוני מלך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום.
We rise for Av HaRachamim.
Av HaRachamim, היטיב את צלונך את ציון. תבנה חומות ירושלים, תבנה חומות ירושלים. כי בך לבד בטחנו, מלך ערם ונישא, אדון עולמים.
We continue with Ki Mitzion, page 246.
כי מציון תצא תורה, כי מציון תצא תורה, ודבר אדוני בירושלים. ברוך שנתן תורה תורה, ברוך שנתן תורה תורה, לעמו ישראל בקדושתו. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד, אחד אלוהינו, גדול אדוננו, קדוש שמו, גדול אדוני איתי, ורמה שמו יחדיו. לך אדוני הגדולה, והגדולה, והתפארת, והנצח והעוד. כי כל בשמיים ובארץ, כי כל בשמיים ובארץ. לך אדוני המלכות, והאמיץ נעשה לך לראש.
Please be seated. Matthew's Torah portion today is Vayakhel from the book of Exodus. It talks about the creation of the Mishkan, which was the portable sanctuary in the desert where the Israelites worshiped God for 40 years while wandering. Moses asked the Israelites for gifts to collect on behalf of God. He asked for gold, silver, and copper, and fine yarns, and linen, and precious stones to make this holy and beautiful place for the Israelites. Later we'll read that God wants them to make a sanctuary where God can dwell there. And the people were so generous in their giving that there was too much, and Moses had to turn the people away. So now, Matthew will take his place as Bar Mitzvah, as the cantor calls him by his Hebrew name, and he chants the Torah blessings.
Yamod la Torah, Shai ben Elimelech, Eliezer v'Esther, Habar Mitzvah.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai
Habarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten Torah.
Amen.
ויקל משה את כל עדת בני ישראל ויאמר עליכם אלה הדברים אשר ציווה אדוני לעשות אותם ששת ימים תעשה מלאכה וביום השביעי יהיה לכם קודש שבת שבתון לאדוני כל העושה בו מלאכה יומת. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורה אמת וחיי עולם נטל בתוכנו ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. And now for the honor of the second Aliyah, it's my pleasure to call on Matthew's great Uncle Howie and great Aunt Marilyn.
Yamdu la Torah, Chaim Yitzchak, ben Avram Abesh vehenya, Umakat Tzviya, bat Eliezer Lubaracha, Sheni.
Baruch Adonai Havarach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher B'Chabanu Mikol Amin V'Netz Alanu Et Torato Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
לא תובערו איש בכל משפחכם ביום השבת ויאמר משה אל כל עדת בני ישראל לאמור זה הדבר אשר ציווה אדוני לאמור.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Natan Lanu Torat Emet Chayei Olam V'Tap B'Tochenu Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Congratulations. Thank you very much. For the honor of the third Aliyah now, I'd like to invite up Matthew's Uncle Dave and Aunt Linda.
Yamdu la Torah, David ben Yisrael v'Zelda, v'Shoshana bat Na'ava, Shilishi.
Baruch et Adonai Barach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
כי הוא מכם תרומה לאדוני כל נדיב ליבו יביאך את תרומה אדוני זכר וחסך ונחושת ותכלת וארגמן ותולעת שני והשש ועיזים ורות אלים מאוד עמים ורות תחשים ועצי שיטים.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Nicely done. Nicely. All right, now for the honor of the fourth Aliyah, I'd like to invite up Matthew's brother Sam.
Yamod la Torah, Zvi Simcha, ben Elimelech, Eliezer v'Esther, Rivi'i.
Baruch Adonai Barach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Good.
ורות אלים מאוד עמים ורות תחשים ועצי שיטים לשמן למאור ושמים לשמן המשחה ולקטורת הסמים ואבני שוהן ואבני מילואים לאפוד ולחושן.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. You're in the same house, you give each other a hug. It's okay. All right. There we go. There we go. For the honor of the fifth Aliyah now, I'd like to invite up Matthew's brother Josh.
Yamod la Torah, Avram Zev ben Elimelech, Eliezer v'Esther, Chamishi.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
וכל חכמי פעלכם יבואו ויעשו את כל אשר ציווה אדוני את המשכן, את העולה, ואת מיסכו, את קרסיו, ואת קרשיו, ואת בריחיו, את עמודיו, ואת אדוניו.
blessing after.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten Torah.
Amen.
Give him a hug, Jeff.
Pretty good.
All right. There. For the honor of the sixth Aliyah now, I'd like to invite up Matthew's father, Robert.
Yamod la Torah, Elimelech Eliezer ben Yitzchak, Philippe Shabona, Shishi.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hamorah.
Baruch Adonai Morach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Atah Adonai Harat Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol hamim v'nata lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten Torah.
Amen. All right, Matthew, good. Number 6.
Et ha'aron ve'et badav et hakapot ve'et parochet hamasach. Et ha'shulchan ve'et badav et kol kilecha ve'et lachem hapanim.
Blessing after.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher nata lanu Torah emet v'chaya olam nata betochenu. Baruch Atah Adonai noten Torah.
Amen.
Would you stay here and then start?
Now, for the honor of the seventh Aliyah, I'd like to invite up Matthew's mother, Esther.
Tamod la Torah, Esther bat Yisrael v'zelda, Shvi'i.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hamorach.
Baruch Adonai Amorach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamorach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol hamim natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten Torah.
Amen.
Ve'et menorah hamaor ve'et kelecha ve'et nerotecha ve'et shemen hamaor. Ve'et mizbach hakatoret ve'et badav ve'et shemen hamishcha ve'et katoret hasamim ve'et masach hapetach lafetach hamishkan.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch Atah Adonai noten Torah.
Amen.
Great job. Back on.
Now, please rise as we give honor to the Torah scroll. Please be seated. We are going to continue now with Matthew's Haftarah portion. His Haftarah is from the book of Ezekiel. This is a special Shabbat. It is known as Shabbat HaChodesh. It's the Shabbat that falls before the month of Aviv and Passover and spring. So Matthew will be chanting that portion now from the book of Ezekiel.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nviim tovim v'ratzav v'divrehem hanemarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habacher b'torah u'Moshe avdo v'Yisrael amo u'nediyeh ha'emet v'tzedek. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who has chosen faithful prophets to speak words of truth. Praise to you, Adonai, for the revelation of Torah, for your servant Moses, for your people Israel, and for prophets of truth and righteousness.
All right, you take your book off. I'll leave it up and leave it. That's fine. Now we gotta find the biggest one back here. Yeah. Yeah, go for it.
Kol ha'am ha'aretz yiyu el haturma hazot anasi b'Yisrael ve'al hanasi yeh ha'olot v'hamincha v'chanasach v'chagim v'chadashim v'shabbatot v'chol moadei Beit Yisrael hu yaseh echachata v'hamincha v'ha'olah v'chashamim v'chaper ve'ad Beit Yisrael Ko Amar Adonai Elohim Barishon Be'echad LaChodesh Tikach Parben Bakar Tamim V'hiteta Et Hamikdash V'lakach HaKohen Midam Chachata V'natan El Mezuzat HaBayit Ve'el Arba'a Pinot Hazara LaMizbeach Ve'el Mezuzat Shar Chachater HaPnimit.
Good. Terrific job. All right, get your book again. You go 256. 254.
Now Matthew will offer the blessing after the Haftorah reading.
There you go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam sor kol ha'olamim tzaddik b'chol hadarot ha'ne'eman ha'omer v'oseh ha'medaber v'mekayim shekol devarav emet v'tzedek al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al hanviim ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu likdusha v'limnucha lechavod u'tifaret al hakol Adonai Eloheinu nachnu modimach u'mevarchim otach yiprach shmecha b'fi chol chai tamid le'olam v'ed baruch atah Adonai Kaddish
Amen.
Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, rock of all creation, righteous one of all generations, the faithful God whose word is deed, whose every command is just and true. For the Torah, for the privilege of worship, for the prophets, and for this Shabbat that you, Adonai, our God, have given us, for holiness and rest, for honor and glory, we thank and bless you. May your name be blessed forever by every living being. Praise to you, Adonai, for the Sabbath and its holiness.
Our service continues now on page 256 with Eitz Chaim. Please rise as we return the Torah scroll to the ark.
Eitz Chaim lemachasikim bo
Shabbat Shalom. We are live streaming a Saturday morning Bar Mitzvah service for the very first time here at Temple B'nai Shalom. The global pandemic of the COVID-19 virus has turned the world upside down. This too shall pass, and we will all pull through this together, leaving me with a very memorable Bar Mitzvah service and one I will never soon forget, which takes me to my Parsha. My Torah portion is Vayakel Pikudai. This Parsha is a very detailed account of what went into building the tabernacle and exactly what was to be inside of it. The tabernacle, also known as the Mishkan, was basically a portable synagogue where the 10 Commandments were stored and was made for the Israelites when they wandered the desert for 40 years. It was constructed by Moses with instructions from God on exactly how to build it, so that all the Hebrew tribes would have a place to worship together and where God could dwell with his people. Moses asked the Israelites to donate all the required materials to build the tabernacle. He asked for wools, linens, oils, acacia wood, ram and dolphin skins, precious stones, blue and purple fabrics, gold, silver, and copper. And the Israelites donate with both hands open and with all their hearts and with such generosity and abundance that Moses has to actually tell them to stop. And even when he told them to stop, there was still a bountiful overflow of extra stuff. My Torah portion made me think about giving. The Israelites generously gave their own valuable items to the tabernacle in order for it to be built. In Judaism, we give tzedakah, or charity, to help those in need. But giving is not just giving someone a physical item. You can also give kindness to your friends, love to your family, and respect to your teachers. You can also give honor to those who passed away by saying the mourner's Kaddish. Sometimes it's important to help your friends when you need it. For example, I always try to help a fellow classmate who might be having a difficulty understanding something new that we're learning. In fact, in a family, it's important to give too. My parents give up their time and effort for me. Before the recent shutdown of schools due to the coronavirus, my mom and dad would drive me wherever I needed to be. My dad always drives me to basketball and soccer games no matter how far they are. And my mom drives me to school every morning and takes me to all my sports practices and to temple. I also give back to my family by doing chores and doing my part to help out. It has not been easy being shuttered in at home this past whole week, but just like building the tabernacle, you have to build a good family by sacrificing your time and effort, and most of all, love. Today, I become a bar mitzvah, a Jewish adult. I had to give up lots and lots of my time and effort to be here today. However, I had a lot of help too. I had to learn my Torah portion and Haftarah and how to lead my service. I had to practice and polish everything in order to do well. Now that I'm finished, I feel relieved but also proud of what I've accomplished. Incidentally, my bar mitzvah project was about giving too. Earlier this month, I asked congregants to bring one non-perishable food item to support a local food bank. I'm hoping that in the same spirit of generosity that went into building the Mishkan, that we could collect and donate all of these items to people who are in need. Thank you very much for helping me with this mitzvah. I would like to thank Mrs. Robin Streitman, who has helped me so much to prepare for this day. I would like to thank Rabbi Eisenkramer, Cantor Edison, and all of my Hebrew school teachers for helping me with bar mitzvah and helping me to become who I am today. I would also like to thank Kevin for helping with live streaming this morning. I thank Grandma and Bobby for always being there and really wish that you could have been here with me today. I would also like to say thank you to Poppy for his love and kindness. I still remember all the times we spent together, from you hosting and leading the Passover Seder, spending time at your house for Hanukkah, and all the fun backyard barbecues. I will deeply miss Grandma, who was always there with you. Today, I'm thinking of my grandma, who passed away just a few weeks ago, and I'm remembering her with love. She will always be in my heart, and may she rest in peace. I would also like to thank my great-uncle Howie, who, if not for this lousy coronavirus, would have prepared a beautiful and delicious Kaddish that we would have otherwise all been enjoying in this social hall today. I would also like to thank my brothers. I'd like to thank Sam for being nice to me most of the time. I'd like to thank my brother Josh for chanting my Torah portion 4 years earlier than I did. Josh not only shares the same birthday as me, but coincidentally, Josh had the exact same Torah portion for his own bar mitzvah 4 years ago. But I obviously chanted it way better than he did. Finally, I would like to thank my parents for always being there when I need them for anything, whether it's help with homework, taking me to sports, and for their love. You guys have put all your heart into raising me. I love you. You have shown that despite a pandemic virus that altered the world as we know it and changed all my bar mitzvah plans, that we will pull through this no matter what and continue on successfully. Thank you to everyone who's watching out there this morning, and moreover, to the few and the brave, most important family who came here to be with me today. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Matthew, I want to wish you a mazel tov, and I want to thank you right away for pointing out that this is the first live stream bar mitzvah in the almost 50-year history of Temple B'nai Shalom, and you made us all really proud. Set a great example for the congregation, for everybody watching. You just did an incredible job today. You chanted your Torah and Haftarah portion so beautifully. You led your service and gave a wonderful speech about giving. Today, Matthew, you become a bar mitzvah, a Jewish man, and we're all very proud of you today. Mazel tov. Now, let's get this out of the way right now. Matthew, as you said in your speech, you and your brother have the same birthday and the same Torah portion. You chanted the same portion, and I'll let you two argue about who did better. But I'm sure you both did. I'm sure Josh did a great job too, just like you did today, Matthew. Now, Matthew, you are a mature young man. You're hardworking and you're kind. You are patient and you have a good heart. Matthew, you are empathetic, which means you can understand how others are feeling, and you're always looking to help out. I was very pleased to learn that in 4th grade you received an award for helping a boy who has autism. The boy was being bullied, and Matthew, you stood up for it. In Judaism, we are taught to care for the widow, the orphan, and the stranger. We are to help those who are vulnerable. Matthew, this is a lesson you have already learned, that to be a Jew is to perform mitzvot and to help others. Now, Matthew, as you said, today has been a most memorable bar mitzvah. With the coronavirus and the social distancing and all of the steps we took for safety have made this service a bit different. But Matthew, I want to tell you how proud I am of you and of your family and of all of you for being here today, your family members who are here. Today, you and your parents and your family have been role models for Judaism. Your mom and dad and I were determined to have your bar mitzvah today. Even if Broadway is dark, the bar mitzvah show must go on. Your parents know how the rituals of Judaism must continue, how we must read from the Torah each week and have our services, and how young men must become bar mitzvah. We say that in Jewish tradition continues l'dor vador, from generation to generation. Matthew, today is about passing on the Judaism, the Torah, and the Jewish rituals from your parents to you. And we were all going to be sure that you had your special day as bar mitzvah. And today, Matthew, you are a good role model as well. I know that this is not quite the bar mitzvah that you had imagined a couple months ago, or that any of us had imagined. But you stepped up to the plate too. You led a beautiful service. You continued the chain of Jewish tradition in your family and for the Jewish people. In Judaism, we say, Am Yisrael Chai, the Jewish people lives. Matthew, today you have demonstrated your commitment to your religion. You have shown us that the Jewish people and the Jewish faith remain strong. Matthew, you have reminded us all, Am Yisrael Chai, the Jewish people lives. Mazel tov, congratulations. And now, Cantor will sing Tefillat Haderech, a special song to Matthew in honor of him becoming bar mitzvah.
May you be blessed as you go on your way. May you be guided in peace. May you be blessed with health and joy. May this be your blessing. Safety and in love, may grace and compassion find their way to your soul. May this be your blessing. Amen. May this be your blessing. Amen.
Thank you, Cantor. And now I'd like to invite Matthew up to receive his bar mitzvah certificate. Now, Matthew, it is my great pleasure to present you with your bar mitzvah certificate, and it records that Matthew Asher Platzman, Shai ben Elimelech, Eliezer Esther was called to the Torah as bar mitzvah today, March 21st, 2020, which is the 25th of Adar, 5780, here at Temple B'nai Shalom. Now you have become a bar mitzvah, and we're all very proud of you. We're also including for you a gift certificate for a future trip in Israel, and we have special gifts from the congregation. We have a Tanakh, a Jewish Bible, and a Kaddish cup for you. Mazel tov, congratulations. Take that, that's for you, mazel tov. And now I'd like to invite up to open the ark, Rachel, Brianna, and Sari. Please come on up. Will the congregation please rise?
You two can open the ark. Just pull it open.
Matthew, may God bless you and keep you. May God's light shine upon you and be good to you. Matthew, may God be with you and grant you a long journey down the path of life, one filled with much joy, happiness, and shalom peace. As together we say, Amen. Our service continues now with the Aleinu prayer, page 282.
Aleinu nishabeach l'Adon hakol, l'ateg idolal yotzeh breshit, shelo asanu k'gayeh haratzot, velo somanu k'mishmichot ha'adama, shelo samcha k'nakahem, v'gam aleinu k'chol ha'amonam, v'anachnu koreim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lefnei melech malchei hamochim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Please be seated.
שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומשם יקרו
turn now to page 294 in the prayer book. As we prepare to recite the Kaddish Prayer, we think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for a blessing. Please rise now as we recall our loved ones and we join in reciting the Kaddish Prayer. Yitgada v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divrach hiruteh v'yamnich malchuteh, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman karim imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach leolam ulamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudisha barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Ta'amiran b'yama v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'imromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, amen.
Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, amen.
Thank you, Cantor and Kevin, for our beautiful music, and Tommy for our live streaming this morning. Thank you very much. Please rise now for our concluding song, page 322, Ein Kelohenu, followed by the Borei Motzi.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pari hagafen. Amen.
L'chaim, take a sip. L'chaim.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat Shalom and Mazel Tov.